its receivers.
Can't just run into Surtain and expect to beat him one-on-one.
He's the first defensive back that's going to get drafted.
Our guest right now, covering folks like a Snuggie, Patrick Surtain, joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Arguably the best defensive player in this draft, right? Should be a top 10 pick. No, Max, though, this is what I want to focus on. It's actually the Cowboys where a lot of folks have him projected going. Our draft expert. Are you listening up, Stephen A? The Dallas Cowboys. Your father says it would be a perfect fit. Patrick, what would it mean to you to play for Stephen A's favorite team, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, first of all, I think it'll mean a lot just to get drafted by any team. But Dallas, I know, is a very high coaching prize city for the Cowboys. So, I just would take the opportunity and, be thankful for it.
I am talking that right now to the best cornerback in the draft. There's no question about this, what this brother brings to the table. He's special. His father knows it. And I must say, facetiously, albeit, that I'm disappointed that your father would even think about contaminating his son by talking about you being a Cowboy. You don't deserve that. You didn't do anything to deserve that. You're a good guy and you're a great player. The Cowboys don't deserve you. Having said all of that, could you put into your own words, what you believe you will bring to the table for any team that takes you on the NFL level?
Yeah, I think ultimately a team getting an all-around competitor, an all-around great corner that's willing to tackle, that's willing to come, make plays, just come in ready to work with his head held down. I'm just ready for the opportunity that's at hand. I'm just ready to play for whatever team draft me, regardless.
Of course, you guys are a chance. Everywhere you look, there's a first-round pick, a high first-round pick, but you went against two guys at receiver in practice who are, who knows who's going to wind up the best receivers, so many of them, great ones, but Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle. How could you describe the differences trying to cover each one of those guys?
Yeah, so both of them, they got their own, unique type of play style. Smitty, he's an all-around great receiver. He runs great routes, very smart, got great hands. Waddle, he's a speedster, can beat you downfield deep, and he's also run great routes. So sort of like pick your poison, but, going against those guys every day in practice, it was fun. We compete at a high level every day. And, I'm going to miss that, just going against them and preparing for the game. But, they're all-around great receivers.
I asked this question to your teammate, Najee Harris, yesterday, and I ask you the same question as well. Obviously, your talent is so great, you would have been who you are no matter what program you was a part of. But being a part of Alabama, one would surmise, based on the number of first-round picks that come out of the daggone program, playing for Nick Saban, there's something special that comes along with it. What do you think being at Alabama does for you on the next level? What do you think coming from Alabama will do for you on the next level that most folks can't say coming from their respective programs?
Well, I think Alabama, shaped everybody up, for the next level because it's such like a professional-like atmosphere, being around a bunch of great guys, a bunch of great resources. And, I think ultimately, going through my 3 years, I can honestly say that, I've been through everything. I learned everything from the program. And, I think it just helped shape me for the next level. Honestly, just me going there as a freshman to now as a junior, I can ultimately say that, I progressed over the years, and, just building on the tremendous resources, my teammates, the coaches, the whole coaching staff. So, just going through there and understanding what the type of work ethic, the type of program that's ran there, I think will help me shape for the next level.
So you talked about the difference between Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, pick your poison, and the kind of high-level competition in practice. When you look at the next level, when you look at the NFL, who's the one dude? There are a lot of them, but the one dude who you're like, ooh, I want to match up with that guy. Then I know that dude is the best. That's the dude I want. Who is it?
It's a lot of great receivers, but ultimately I always wanted to go against Julio Jones. I think, he's been, in the league for the longest. He's been through everything. He's been consistently one of the best receivers in the league, and I want to live up to that challenge and go against him.
You've been in Alabama the last 3 years, and in this draft, I saw Devontae Smith, and I just think this brother's all world. Make no mistake about it. He's something special. But they've been talking about how this cat, Jamar Chase, out of LSU, will ultimately get selected ahead of him in all likelihood. And he didn't even play last year. Obviously, he elected to sit out. As a guy that goes up against Devontae in practice, as a guy that's going against Chase, I imagine him being out of LSU, because you've been at Alabama for the last 3 years. How do you see that? What do you think about people who believe that Chase should go ahead of Devontae, even though Devontae's your teammate, and obviously he just finished having the season that he had?
Yeah, well, they both great players. They do what they do best at their respective colleges. They both had great careers, but ultimately, when it comes down to, a team got to pick whatever receiver they want. They both capable of changing the game off of their respective positions. So whatever team gets them, they're getting great players. So at the end of the day, it's just all in the hands of teams whatsoever.
All right, we talked a lot about your pedigree with Alabama. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that your father, Patrick Sr., an all-pro cornerback in the NFL himself. So just want to mention that. Patrick, thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you Thursday, so fresh and so clean. Enjoy the whole process. You want to jump in here, Stephen A?
Yeah, I'm saying I love Pops, and I respect the hell out of him and what he did on the NFL level. I was fine with him until he started talking about how it would be great for his son to be a Cowboy. How could you do that? Why would you do that to your son? Why would you do that to him? And that's what I'm wondering about.
4-11.
I got to talk to Pops about that. I really do. I might give Pops a call. I might have to talk to him about that. I really might.
Yeah, give him a call.
Yeah.
Give him a call. See what
You
you think about
deserve better. You deserve better than these
Patrick,
Cowboy fans.
Good
Please.
luck and enjoy the whole process.
Yeah, the New York and Washington are coming with defenses now, and the O-line's not the same, playmaker. It's not the same. And I'm saying 8-8, they had a line back then. They don't have the same line anymore when they went 8-8, and the defense fell apart. How do you figure? You like coach? You like the coach who couldn't keep his job with Aaron Rodgers? What's he done since he's been with the Cowboys?
I like the coach because Dak Prescott loves the coach. When I talk to Dak Prescott, he says he loves the coach. That's enough for me. It gives him the room to do what he needs to do. Let's stop playing. I love Aaron Rodgers, but y'all know Aaron Rodgers is hard. We all know that. Let's stop playing. It ain't like he's the easiest person in the world to get along with, and Dak Prescott ain't that. So they'll be able to work together better here in Dallas than he worked with Aaron Rodgers. You can stop trying to use yesterday to paint today. That paint you're painting is stale, it's no good, it is dried up. He's here now on a new day, and Dak Prescott is a better dude in getting along with people than Aaron Rodgers. Let's stop pulling that in.
Well, last time I checked, paintings are supposed to dry. They're not supposed to drip. Then it would camouflage the picture, the beauty of the picture. Last time I checked, that's number one. Number two, Michael Irvin, how many playoff games did you play in your career? Do you know that number?
Couldn't even count.
No,
You played from
I don't know if
88.
you count up that high.
You played from 88.
I don't know.
All right, you played in 16 playoff games. 16 in your 11-year
That's
career,
season.
okay?
A
Man,
season.
and you won 3 Super Bowls, okay? The Dallas Cowboys have 4 Super Bowl wins in 25 years.
Playoff win.
A quarter.
Playoff
a
win.
quarter
Playoff
century.
win.
And you sit here sticking out your chest, bloviating, trying to imitate TD Jakes, trying to bless us with and sprinkle and fertilize our brains and all of this other stuff. Well, what the hell are you fertilizing for yourself? What are you doing for you?
At this rate, the Cowboys are going to have to play until the year 3000 to get into 16 playoff games.
This is the truth. I got to get this out. I got to say this to my brother. Now, see, I know we go at it, but you have to understand, Michael Irvin, I love you. You're my brother. You understand what I'm saying? I love you, man. I care about your well-being, just your mental makeup, your sanity, for crying out loud. And I'm listening to you talk about these Cowboys. You're so delusional. You're so lost. You're so gone. I'm just